Are you thinking about moving to Wittmann, Arizona, but maybe aren't sure where it is or what it has to offer? Well, in today's video, I'm going to take you on a little tour of Wittmann and give you an idea of what it's like to live here in Wittmann. And I'm also going to show you a couple different properties at different price ranges so you know what your money gets if you're moving to Wittmann, Arizona. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Faul and I'm a real estate agent here in the greater Phoenix area. So if you want to stay up to date on all the new videos for community tours, property tours, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Wittmann, Arizona. We are out here in the middle of the desert. And the reason for that is, one, Wittmann is out in the middle of the desert. Well, all of Phoenix is a desert, but this is the outskirts of Phoenix, specifically the Northwest Valley. So outside the city of Surprise, we're just outside that, just northwest of Surprise. But folks that are from Phoenix and know Wittmann, when they think of it, this is what they think of: desert. So this is an area where almost every property's on an acre. You get land with that. You can have animals, you can go ride your dirt bikes, your quads, whatever, go off-roading for hours on end out here. So that's what a lot of the people like about being out here, and you're just far enough away from the city, but still close enough to have some of the amenities that the city has to offer. So we are right in between Wickenburg, Arizona, which is just northwest of us here in Wittmann, and then Surprise, which is kind of the closest major city, is just southeast of Wittmann. So the main road that comes through Wittmann is the US 60 or Grand Avenue. If you're coming from Phoenix, you're going to take the 60 freeway up, or highway, sorry. And that's what you'll see some of the vehicles back here. So that's the 60. Now, within Wittmann, there's not a lot of like shopping. All of your local stuff that they have here is a Family Dollar. There's a Dollar General. I think there's a little corner store just for like a hardware store. And then they have a Shell gas station with a Subway. So I think the Subway is one of the only like main places to eat in Wittmann. However, the city of Surprise is only a 15 to 20 minute drive from, depending on where you're at in Wittmann. And Surprise has everything from a Walmart to Target to In-N-Out Burger, everything like that kind of stuff, the bigger shopping. So you're still really close to that, but you're out here in the desert away from the rest of that, which is kind of nice. In Wittmann, all of the properties are on acres, typically minimum 1 acre lots. So with that, you'll find some manufactured homes, but then there's multi-million-dollar custom homes on even more than an acre. So there's a lot of possibilities living here at Wittmann. And again, a lot of the people that are living here, they are still close to some of the amenities that like Surprise and the normal cities have, but they're just far enough away to get away from the hustle and bustle. So it's a good option if you're looking to live in the Northwest Valley and want a little bit of elbow room. Now, the other cool thing about Wittmann is there's a lot of land for sale out here too. So maybe you want to do like buy an acre and then build a property. There's always the option to do that. See, there's a razor going back here fast. See? So people off-roading. So yeah, if you wanted to build your own property, buy land anywhere from an acre to 10 to 20 acres, there's potential to do that. So I will say, because Surprise is the next closest city to kind of the greater Phoenix area, as Surprise, the city is expanding, which is where a lot of new building, like new construction homes are being built, things are going to continue to expand, and they're going to expand to Wittmann. So there's a couple larger builders that are in Wittmann building homes on like acre lots. So you can get new construction homes on acres, but most of the single family homes out here are going to be semi-custom homes. So you'll find some developers that'll buy like 5 or 10 acres and then subdivide it into 5 or 10 lots. So again, just a wide range of properties out here. So obviously, being out in the middle of the desert in Wittmann, it is a quiet area. Now, there's a Air Force, like an extra landing strip they have here. So I know occasionally the Air Force does do like low fly zones, or they have a section there. So occasionally you'll get some noise from the Air Force flying over. Of course, you're going to have dirt bikers, you know, running by and down the streets and down the trails. So a lot of people like that out here. I don't mind it. So again, good option for you if you want to really enjoy the desert lifestyle. So there's some decent views here. So this is the White Tank Mountain Range, which is a little southwest of Wittmann. And then if we go back this way, again, this is US 60, but the mountains over there are kind of towards Lake Pleasant. So if you wanted to go to Lake Pleasant, this is also not a bad spot to be. You just shoot up US 60 and catch Carefree Highway or Highway 74 back east. and you'll be to the lake in 25 minutes. So definitely close to a lot of those amenities. So what I want to do now is show you 2 different homes at 2 different price ranges, so you can kind of get an idea of what types of homes are out here in Wittmann. Now I will tell you the average price of homes is in the high 400s in Wittmann currently. That's taking into consideration single wide, double wide manufactured homes, and then some of the custom homes. And then there's one area like that's, I wouldn't even call it downtown, but like the original area of Wittmann, that's just a little bit north of where I'm at. I didn't factor those in. Those are much older homes and, in my opinion, need a little bit more work. So those are going to be on the very low end. And then again, you can get up into the $1 million range. So let's go ahead and check out these 2 homes. Here's a look at the first home in Wittmann. Now this home is listed at $435,000, which is under the median price within Wittmann. So this home is a brand new home, and it is 1,466 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and it sits on 1.4 acres, so a little bit larger than some of the other properties. It is on the further west side of Wittmann, but still great access to some of the main roads to get around the area. Inside, you'll see that they have wood tile throughout, and then stainless steel appliances and quartz countertops. And with that land, obviously you get great views in all directions. So that is a look at home number 1. Now here's a look at the second home in Wittmann, and this one is going to be located right in the middle of the town. This one is listed at $930,000, which is at the very height of what you can expect to see for prices in Wittmann. There is and has been homes that sold over $1 million, but those typically you'll see maybe 5 acres, or the home has even more square footage, or it has a guest house. But in general, most of the homes will be under $1 million, so this is at the height of that. But this one is located on 2 acres. The house is 2,140 square feet, built in 2002. There's a pool that the house has. It's a fully fenced in property, which is nice. But this is going to be somebody that has horses. This is a property for you. There is lighted horse arena. There is multiple covered stalls. So a lot of value added in all of that. The home itself is nothing too fancy, but definitely a nice, livable Southwestern style home. So again, this is just kind of giving you an idea of what you can expect to spend on the higher end in Wittmann and what your money gets you. Another thing to note about living in Wittmann is, because of this being county land, unincorporated acre homes, as far as I know, all the homes are on septic tanks, and typically shared wells, or occasionally you'll get the private wells. So just something to keep in mind, not a bad thing to have a septic tank or that, but again, just majority of the homes within the greater Phoenix area don't have that, so just something to be aware of when buying a home in Wittmann. Well, there you have it. There's a tour of Wittmann, Arizona. I hope this was helpful to you to decide if Wittmann's maybe a potential place that you want to live. Again, there's not a ton of stuff in Wittmann. It's just outside the town, which is awesome for a lot of people. They want that, but just close enough to where you're able to go utilize some of the amenities that Surprise has to offer. And then great access through US 60 to get kind of wherever you want, if you need to get up to Wickenburg or the lake or back to town. So again, Wittmann is a spot if you want some elbow room from your neighbors, if you don't like being in a subdivision. Again, the average price being in the high 400s, you can get a nice home on some land, have your horses, have whatever animals you want, chickens. So a lot of opportunity for you to do that. And again, opportunity to buy your own land, which they don't make land anymore, they say. So you can get an acre for as cheap as $30,000 depending where it's at, and if there's any flood zones, that kind of thing. So if you have any questions about Wittmann, Arizona, or really any city or community within the greater Phoenix area, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions you might have and help you pick the right place to live. So thanks so much for watching this video.